When we start talking about anxiety and depression and those emotional states, we can start looking at what's called the autonomic nervous system and dysregulation in there, or we say incoherence. What coherence looks like in the autonomic nervous system is balance and order. The autonomic nervous system is made up of the parasympathetic nervous system, and think of that as like rest and repair, rejuvenation, relaxation, meditation, mindfulness, those sort of things. And then the sympathetic nervous system, think of anger, frustration, fear, worry, stress, anxiety, depression, those sort of things. Now, truth be told, with the autonomic nervous system, we move into more of a sympathetic nervous system when we breathe in, and then vice versa, when we breathe out, we move into more of a parasympathetic nervous system. So our breath can dictate how our autonomic nervous system is actually functioning. And the best way to actually understand how the autonomic nervous system is actually functioning is through something called HRV, or heart rate variability. This is when we look at the beat to beat structure of the heart and we measure in milliseconds that beat to beat structure, and there's always variability in there, hence the name heart rate variability. The more variability we have in our HRV, the more balance and order we have through our autonomic nervous system, which is going to signify more balance and coherence through the entire brain. But not only that, through our respiratory system, our cardiovascular system, our hormonal system, our immune system, our central nervous system, our muscular system, our skeletal system. All these things start moving into balance and order when our ANS, or that autonomic nervous system, is coherent. So breath work, especially cyclic sort of breathing, where we breathe in and out for the same period of time, something like 3 in, 3 out, 4 in, 4 out, or 5 in, 5 out. We talk about the 5 in, 5 out sort of cycles because it's really deeper and more intentional than what we typically do when we're walking around and those sort of things. So when we breathe in and breathe out in this cyclic sort of breath, we start seeing coherence in the ANS, which is going to balance out and bring order throughout the outer area of the brain called the neocortex. Any other questions on this, please comment below and I will be sure to answer them and do a video. Cheers.